1:41 on a Wednesday, and in terms of being a forecaster, it's the day before the storm. So today's go time. This is largely the forecast that everything will be judged on in terms of how this plays out. We do have the winter storm watch up and down I-5. This goes into effect Thursday afternoon through Friday afternoon. Notice it doesn't right now include, this could change, but right now it doesn't include Newport. It does include much of the North Coast and basically Eugene up into Longview. And then the light blue colors, wind chill advisory that starts tonight through Friday morning. This is for gusty east winds that should pick up overnight, be noticeable when you're out early Thursday morning. And these windy areas could see the wind chill feels like factor hit zero to as cold as 20 degrees below zero wind chill. So that is a big story. That's dangerous, needless to say, to be out and about in. Pardon me. All right, so I want to show you a couple things. Here's Futurecast, courtesy of KGW TV. This is 8 o'clock Thursday evening. So it looks like we're definitely dry tonight. We're definitely dry when you wake up Thursday morning. And I think we're definitely dry at noon Thursday. But anytime, speaking specifically for the I-5 corridor, anytime after 12 o'clock noon tomorrow, I think it will be possible the thickening clouds will start to produce some light precipitation, which could be anything from a flurry initially to maybe a little bit of light freezing rain or sleet. And if that happens, even very light stuff, it doesn't take very long for roadways to become icy. Remember, tomorrow the temperatures are going to be in the 20s. So every little bit of precipitation that falls is going to count, if you will. Now, most modeling is on board with at some point after the 4 o'clock hour Thursday, precipitation rates start to get heavier, and then we'll more quickly get into a deteriorating situation. So really between noon and 4 tomorrow, it's kind of anybody's guess as to whether or not it's not bad until we get closer to 4, or maybe we start getting light moisture and it does start to get bad in 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, going into the evening, we think it will be bad. This is the salmon color, solid, steady rain, freezing sleet falling in to 20-degree temperatures. And it still looks to me like the worst of this storm is absolutely going to hit Thursday overnight through Friday morning. So just kind of some bullet points here. Thursday afternoon, light snow, icy mix, slowly developing anytime right after noon. Tough to tell when things get bad. We do know once we get into the evening, precipitation rates will be heavier and things will be bad. So freezing rain and sleet Thursday overnight into Friday morning have a good chance to deposit about 1/4 of an inch of total ice accumulation on power lines and trees and sidewalks and roadways and that sort of thing. And I'll be surprised if we don't get 1/4 of an inch. If anything, maybe the amounts could be heavier. The total ice potential goes all the way up to about 1/2 of an inch with this storm. Now, during the day Friday, there may be some breaks. The precipitation would get a little bit lighter, and we could start to see some warming away from the gorge. Typo right there, away from the gorge. Sorry about that. But should start to see some warming take place in places like maybe Salem has a chance Friday afternoon to get up to 40 and transition to rain. I don't think Portland will. I think Portland has a good chance of staying icy into Saturday morning and then maybe warming up to 40 degrees Saturday afternoon. Again, that's a big maybe. So let me just take you through my numbers. You know, it's actually pretty nice out there today, right? We have sunshine. Winds haven't overly picked up as of right now, 144. Right around 40, 42 degrees for a high. Overnight tonight, a clear evening, and then becoming cloudy by morning. I feel like at the coldest, Portland's going to get down to 20. Will at least be dropping into the mid-20s tonight. And the modeling still suggests areas that are calm, blocked from east winds, have a chance to get into the upper teens. But I think odds are starting to favor that we wake up in the morning, it's going to be kind of low to mid-20s across the area. Very cold. We'll look for light precipitation to begin as early as noon. We stay in the 20s. So notice that's a high of 25. And then we're 23 to 25 overnight Thursday night with the worst of the freezing rain and sleet coming down into Friday morning. And then Friday day, Portland may or may not see some warming and get up to around 32. But I think odds favor areas on the east wind outflow of the gorge, which is the North Valley, Vancouver, and Portland, staying freezing into Saturday morning, and then during the day, Saturday, warm up. So what's going on? So the initial push of moisture is what sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it's a warm front that tries to come in Thursday night into Friday morning. That's that first batch of moisture. The warm front will lose, the gorge winds will win, and everybody gets nothing but pure ice. And then there's another front, a stronger system that comes in around 1 or 2 Saturday afternoon. That's the one I think has a good chance to finally warm Portland up and eventually lead to some warming in the gorge, although it could be Sunday, Christmas Day, before all of the gorge starts to warm up. But at any rate, if you were to lose power because of the icing, it's going to be a long, cold stretch. Again, we're low to mid-20s, it looks like. Thursday overnight, we're in the 20s most of the day Friday in Portland. We're still freezing Saturday morning, and then we warm up. And then Christmas Day, snow levels are all the way up over Cascade Passes. This is mild air with rain at times, lows in the 40s and daytime highs in the 50s. And just a quick refresher, because I have been talking about a mixture of freezing rain and sleet. So with this warm air coming in Thursday evening, it looks like the snow levels are going to be around 4,000 feet initially. That means the atmosphere wants it to be all rain all the way up through 4,000 feet. But those raindrops are going to be falling into this layer of cold air that we're going to have down low. And I think the depth of the cold air is enough that the raindrops will freeze into ice pellets before reaching the ground. If that happens, that's sleet. If it somehow stays rain all the way down until it hits the surface, meaning your mailbox or the sidewalk or the trees or the power lines, then that's freezing rain. Freezing rain often is more problematic in terms of power outages, but sleet accumulates ice on surfaces like roads, pretty much the same as freezing rain, and for my money can be just as dangerous. So we'll see what happens. My best advice is to be home by noon on Thursday afternoon. Look for the worst of the icing to be Thursday night and Friday morning. We'll see improvement in some scattered areas during the day Friday. We'll see most areas outside the gorge finally warm Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. And with that, I will thank you for using my weather site, portlandweather.com. If you like these videos, tell your friends, hit subscribe. I'll talk to you soon.